So we're back here on the Duncan Duo Show talking about the local Tampa real estate market. We have Ryan Pelky from Tampa Bay Plumbers. He's actually giving away an iPad on his Facebook fan page 4 times a year. So you want to check out his Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Tampa Bay Plumbers. Like them on Facebook and you'll be entered to win an iPad 2 4 times a year. So Ryan, one of the really neat things that I loved about when we started doing business together, most plumbers don't necessarily think like marketing and business people. They think like plumbers, and you could tell that by looking at a lot of their websites. You'd see websites that didn't have a whole lot of information on them. And when I had been introduced to you, and I looked at your website the first time, which is tampaplumber.net, I thought it was one of the most comprehensive I'd seen, especially for a plumber. And there were some, just a lot of cool tools on it. But one of my favorite tools on your website, and this is for every customer out there that ever has a plumbing problem, there's an instant plumbing problem solver on your page, and it's really cool. So you start off by asking people what kind of problem it is, where it is, and talk about that a little bit, because I think it's something real innovative.
Well, we developed it in 2007, and it actually produces 205,000 different results. So basically, no matter what type of property you have, plumbing problem, septic problem, flooding issue, we're gonna have a very detailed idea of what is taking place, so we can get a proper solution out there for you in a hurry.
I think it's also for the person that's not really sure what's going on. It's great. It's so awesome because whether it's a backup, whether it's a leak, whether it's an overflow, whether it's a really ugly scenario. I mean, you can go through and kind of pick through. It's a house, it's doing this, it's on this floor, I just thought it was really neat. I wish you could come up with an instant problem solver for real estate,
Yeah.
If your home doesn't appraise, click here, if you have a bad inspection, click here, boy, that would really be neat. Could you guys work on that, like an instant problem solver for real estate?
It would probably take me about a year to develop it in a lot of programming time, so let me know.
Yeah, I think it's funny because, I couldn't see that ever working in real, because sometimes our stuff is just, there's so many variables. But I was like, man, boy, this would be like the solution to everything. We just need to get an instant real estate problem solver on our website. And click.
Get yourself out of business.
Well, that's true. You're right. That's true. And same with you, like the home inspection thing.
Right.
Do that, they put yourself out of business. I don't think it could be done for real estate, but I think it'd be really challenging to do. But
we don't solve every problem, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
but we could definitely do the same thing for you too. It took me 6 months to develop that, and I had a full-time IT guy in-house doing it.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, it is definitely pretty cool, and I think it's something different. So if you're out there with a plumbing problem or a plumbing problem in the future, check out tampaplumber.net. Again, it's tampaplumber.net for Ryan's website for his instant plumbing problem solver. Anytime you have a plumbing problem, you can go on there. And there's also pricing. I mean, you guys are pretty forthcoming with the information on your website. It's much different than the typical plumber's website.
Well, we try to be as transparent as possible. That's one of the big differences about us. When you call us, we're going to give you pricing over the phone. We don't really have anything to hide. So, and we try to convey that message on our website as well.
And if you're on our email list, you may have gotten an email from us this morning to promote prompting the show. And one of the funniest things that I thought about when we started sitting together was you come up with some creative marketing ideas. We do a lot of creative marketing with the videos, and the Duncan Duo, even in itself, is kind of cheesy, but marketing because it ties into our value proposition. But you have a logo on your website, or a mascot, I should say,
Yeah.
and his name is Terd Burns.
Yeah, we do.
Which I think is absolutely hilarious. There's a video. Yeah, I mean, it kind of describes itself, and because sometimes it happens.
Yes, it does. And so many different service companies, their commercials are just so bland and dry. We wanted to come up with something that was totally different that people would remember. And we have a character that works for us. His name is Brad Kalis. He's one of the owners of the company. He's got a tremendous personality, and it was his idea to come up with the character, and we ran with it. And we made a commercial about it, and we get a lot of people that say they love it. Some people say they don't love it so much, but
yeah, it's humor. It's different. I mean, anytime you do something different, you're gonna have people not like it because they're used to the same old boring kind of thing.
But they'll remember it.
But they'll remember it.
Everyone remembers it. That's the thing.
And if you've ever seen the commercial, which I blasted out via email this morning, you can Google it. It's on YouTube. It's Terd. Terd Burns, Burns, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Again, a good way to market yourself, but also to show, I think, from a customer service perspective, the kind of culture they're going to deal with when they work with your company, which is that you care about the customer, you're fun, you want to help them, and this is a way to get them to call you, but also a way to show that you know what, different's okay, and I think it's really cool. There's some stuff that we do that's different, and again, I think different a lot of times is good. It helps you differentiate yourself. I thought it was a neat way for a plumber to market themselves. So
Plumbing's
definitely
not always a
that.
glamorous world, so.
right. It's
No,
not the
it
most
is. There's
right,
nothing glamorous about
right,
plumbing.
yeah.
Ever.
So
Really.
So again, you're listening to the Duncan Duo Real Estate Show. We're going to be talking about bidding wars, some more funny stories, talking about the local real estate market, as well as answering your questions after a quick news break here on 970 WFLA.